MFDs. Hang on a second, just getting my getting everything set up. All right. Another day, another PTU patch. Let's have a look at the PTU patch notes first, and then we can work out what the hell is actually going on. Let's hide some of this stuff. All right, so we're on version 0177. Now they've made a couple of changes which I think are fairly interesting, but okay, so what's the known issues? Players unable to receive updates to their friends list. MH, holy moly, it's my old friend Jolly. Hey, OM Orange, how are you, dude? Wow, blast from the past. Yeah, I've been streaming on and off. I've been streaming much lately, but CitizenCon's coming along, and you know, all these new patches are happening. So thought I'd just check back in again and see what's going on. How you been, dude? Good? Just looking through some of the patch notes for these new PTU patches, and kind of mixed feelings, I guess, about most of this stuff, but looks pretty it's definitely a big change to the way the world works if you're a combat pilot or anybody in a single seater fighter, I guess, or anything single seat where you've got to be able to manipulate, you know, you got to be able to manipulate power in a sort of quick way. So things have definitely taken a fairly significant turn. A lot of people pissed off, or you know, there's a very loud minority of people who are pissed off. I mean, us combat pilots are a minority in the grand scheme of this game, but can definitely see where CIG's head's at, in the sense that they're not focusing on single seat combat. They're focusing on multiplayer, multi-crew sort of ships, I guess, and the idea of having individual stations and people doing individual tasks. You know, being you're an engineer, or you're managing the power console and the engineering systems, versus you know, us lonely, you know, lowly kind of, you know, combat-y kind of guys that are trying to, you know, manipulate a power triangle, which is what we currently have in live. So yeah, just gonna have a quick look through this, and then I just wanted to get in and show some folks what the changes are and the stuff I found over the last few days of this PTU patch, and how it translates back to the current flight model. So being, you know, stuff that people can't find anymore and that people don't know about anymore. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Fell out of touch with SC. It's coming back on radar with the updates, but I'm still passing by. Yeah, look, dude, I stopped playing for a good year and a half, and I got back in at 323. So I went off and I played Helldivers till the cows come home. You know, I played a bit of DCS, bit of Battlefield, you know, anything just to keep me going. And I didn't really miss SC. Especially I didn't really miss the drama. There's a lot of drama going on in the game, a lot of fucking drama streamers that stream, and you know, the world's gonna end, and you know, bullshit, and they don't really step back and they think about why this game, why CIG's heading in a particular direction. I don't agree with everything that they're doing. You know, there's part of me that says, you know, I'm a combat pilot, I want things to be easy, but I understand why they're doing what they're doing. So, you know, my attitude's pretty simple. If you don't like it, don't play it. You know, you've invested money. If it's, you know, $20, you know, $10,000 or $100,000, and you kind of knew going into this, you know, for a fairly long time, what CIG does in the ways of hopes and dreams, right? They talk a lot of hopium. You know, here's what we're going to do, here's what we're thinking, make a lot of grandiose claims in, citizen cons and, various other things. Every time they miss the mark, and people are always surprised still, right? So I just cruise along and enjoy it for what it is, right? I mean, it's a game I've been playing now since 2013, and I've got to a point now where I've got my money's worth. Like I worked it out. I think I'm into this game, $6,000 or something like that, not including all the peripherals and shit I've bought, but it's like $500 to $1,000 a year for playing a video game, which might be a lot for some, but in my case, it's not it's a pretty good investment, I guess. I mean, drinking a bottle of wine at $20 a pop. I drink a lot of expensive wine, and which is a hell of a lot. I can only use it once. Whereas with this thing, yeah, I believe it when I see it. No more spaceship JPs for me. Yeah, look, I still buy ships here and there. I'm not spending the same money that I used to. I've gotten to a point now where I'm getting sort of away from purely combat and moving into other things. Salvage has been real fun for me. Hauling, surprisingly, has actually, has been fun. It's easy, it's time consuming, and the payouts aren't that good, but they're cool aspects of the game that, a lot of us purist or, so-called purist combat pilots close themselves off to and don't get involved in more of the other things that you can do in the game. If anything, it helps you be a better combat pilot or a pirate or whatever if you do the stuff that the other people do. And I'm not really not really too worried about it. I kind of recycle my ships. I'll use money that I have in the game, and I'll just recycle those things as I go along. So I'm not really too cut up about where the game is at the moment. Yes, I'd love to have some end game progression and do some stuff that's going to give me a something, but I've already had 10 plus years of playing this game. I bought a shit ton of ships. I've met a lot of really cool people, and for the most part, I think this game really for me is the community and the people that we hang out with. I've never been part of a community like SC. Forget the toxic dudes, right? There's always the drama streamers that stream drama and talk about how shit the game is or how shit a feature is or this or that. Some of them balance it out by taking a step back and do it, but others talk shit on the I think they're an actual release of Squadron 42. I made a bet with a friend. I actually think Squadron 42 might get released this year, if not early next year. I mean, how much can you keep, no offense to the guys, but how much can you keep polishing a turd, right? If you know what I mean. It's pretty damn polished now. They've been in polish phase for a year, at least a year. Everything that they're talking about in Squadron 42 is now sort of something that's featured in CitizenCon. So we're in a Bengal carrier. We've got an F7 as if you checked out any of the stuff for CitizenCon, Mark Hamill's tweeting going, I can't wait for Squadron 42 on X. There's a heap of subliminal marketing going out around that release. So they've got to at some point release it, and I think either Christmas release this year to get into the Christmas cycle, or sometime early next year to capitalize on, just after Christmas. So you tell me. That's my armchair quarterback kind of view of the world, thinking that they potentially drop the game this year. That's what I think. So Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely have the feeling that CIGs. I mean, these guys are working 7 days a week at the moment till the 18th of this month to get patches out, to do stuff. I mean, there was a email or something, some thread or some drama about CIG employees having to crunch to get 342 out, and then also to get working on 4.0, I guess. I mean, the big the big kind of meshing test and stuff. And this patch, which they've been pushing, 324.2, brings a whole heap of new MFDs, and I'm keen to see what they've come up with. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here, so we'll see. Hey, I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to reload my glass of wine. Their entire army is pretty much on SC now. How hard could it be? Yeah, I'm kind of with you. How hard could it be, right? Like, they got 1,000+ employees working on it. I mean, if you think about a couple of hundred employees are at least working on CitizenCon at the moment, and have been for the last 3 to 6 months. They're pretty good at CitizenCon now, so that's kind of they've got a playbook for that. There's got to be at least 1,000 employees, and Turbulent now, who's now part of CIG, essentially, cranking away at doing this stuff. I did notice the Squadron 42 monthly report that came out was unusually small. So I don't know if that tells you anything, but a lot of it's just, polish, do this, do that. And a lot of the stuff that we've got this year that's come across from Squadron is essentially stuff that's been completed in Squadron already and is being retrofit or bought into the main branch. I mean, the new HUD rework, I'm assuming cargo terminals. There's a heap of stuff that's kind of, people are working on. Just give me a sec. I'll be back in 1 sec, all right? Just going to reload my drink. I didn't realize I had my little decanter sitting there already, ready to go to roll out the next one. Yeah, look, I hope these guys knock our socks off this year. CitizenCon, they can't really be talking about 4.0. It was essentially what last year's CitizenCon was, and this year CitizenCon's got to be talking about Squadron 42. And, there's people talking about, potentially a demo at Squadron 42, a playable demo that people can hang around with and look at it. But I don't know what else. I mean, 1.0 they can start talking about now. I think that's the next thing on the release train, unless they have they'll have a 4.1, a 4.11 or a 4.2. They typically do that on every release, but are they going to have a 5.0? I mean, maybe, but they're already starting to talk about 1.0 as a thing. I mean, Chris talked about it at CitizenCon last year, I think it was, and there's a lot of and I think there was a letter from the chairman or something, or people have Benoit's been alluding to it and a heap of stuff. So I don't know, but I am mildly optimistic. I'm actually going to go to CitizenCon this year, so me and my missus are going to go hang out and take a look at the game and the CitizenCon event, and then we're going to go off and do some go on some PTO and do some holidays. But I'm looking forward to a pretty interesting event. Anyways, let's go take a quick look at this this new system. So if you don't know, there's a brand new HUD system in the game now, or a set of MFDs, and they've basically changed the way everything works in the way of power management and the look and the feel of the MFDs on pretty much every ship. So I'll take you through today and have a look at some of those, but in particular, a lot of people have been complaining about combat ships and what you can and what you can't see anymore in your from your combat. Hopping on my desk, yeah, no worries, dude. And there's a lot of people have been complaining about a lot of stuff that you can and you can't see right now in your sort of so-called combat experience. So let's have a quick look. Update Scorpius. All right, so what have they done? Ships and vehicles. Okay, weapon controller. Added actions to allow firing weapon groups independent of whether they are selected or not. Add exit to exit. Add an exit button to the find terminal. Okay, sounds cool. Origin 400i, flight improvement polish, further polish of ships and vehicles, render the textures. Yeah, okay, this is all graphical shit. Updated Scorpius, material to remove doubling effect. And there's a lot of stuff on FPS, like they've just gone through and done a heap of stuff. So let's go take a quick look at the game, and let's launch into it and see what it is. Oh, inner hype. How you going, dude? MFDs and all the HUD stuff they've done is so much better than before. Yes and no. I'll meet you halfway. I definitely think it looks visually better in a hype. And sorry, dude, how have you been? Anyways, I haven't. It was very rude of me not to ask how are you. I didn't just launch in straight into a rant about the game. Just a couple of things, I guess, that's different. We'll go into free flight, and I'll go offline. And firstly, 07, I've been great. Nice to see you again. Yeah, dude. Been around on and off. Just life's been getting in the way. I've been really busy the last sort of couple of years with work, and you know, I gave Star Citizen a miss for about a year and a half, and then I popped back in around 323 when Master Modes came in, and you know, copped all the drama around Master Modes. I mean, so yeah, so interesting stuff. But hey, look, new interface. I mean, the front end still looks basically the same, but Arena Commander is kind of cool. So the new interface, I love the whole, you know, Vara or Halloween kind of skin. It makes it look really good. I like this. I think I'd get sick of the up and down eventually, right? But just a couple of things that I wanted to kind of go through. I just pick a couple of sort of standard ships: a Gladius, a Hornet, F8, and a Saber. I haven't used a Saber in ages, but it's kind of fun. So let me just pop the Saber up. And so they've been doing polishing passes on the HUD pretty much this last, since Evocati. The HUDs look quite different, and then now got this kind of glowy thing, which I'm not sure I like or not, but it definitely sticks out quite a bit. Makes Sabers great again. Dude, they're actually pretty good in 324. I've been killed a few times by Sabers, and you know, they're pretty they can be pretty lethal if you really get down to it. If you don't watch them. I mean, they've got 4 repeaters, or 4 size 3 slots, and power wise they're sort of in a pretty good space, and you get quite a bit of hull HP. So I think that it's a pretty good ship. Now, the HUD is completely different, and it's kind of overwhelming when you first start, but a couple of interesting things that I like on the HUD. And I was joking about this yesterday. Actually, let me go into a Vandal Swarm. Offline. We'll do some endless Vandal Swarm. Maybe. My damn cat. All right. Let's pick a let's do it. Let's do the saber, eh? Why not? Yeah, exactly. A goosebump skin. All right. So a lot of stuff now that you could set up previously, you can set up from your menus, right? So we'll get into, let me just, a lot of stuff that you couldn't set up before, like G-Safe on, G-Safe off, you know, things that you would expect. We're missing some stuff, right? So there's no easy way to see the velocity indicator. It sort of sits in the corner there, that sort of thing that's moving around, but which is sort of over here now. But you can actually bring a lot of this stuff on the screen. And, oh, the game crashed. Terrific. This is a good start to the... hang on one second. My cat's meowing. This is not a... well, that's not a good... All right, so that's not a good start. So game crashed. PTU game crash. I expected nothing less at this point. See, there you go. Maybe you jinxed me. I don't know. Did you? Maybe I jinxed myself. Let's go back in and try it. But I played this yesterday for, I don't know, a few hours, and I didn't have a problem. So, you know, typical, you know, streamer luck, I guess. You get online, you do a thing, you start to go and show someone something, and then boom, you know, the gremlins kick in. And soon as you said the goosebumps things, I think that's what happened. All right, I'll do Pirate Swarm then. All right. But yeah, look, there's a lot of stuff that I think people are struggling to understand where everything is. And it's basically, it can be pretty, what's the word? It can be pretty overwhelming. Hey, Westbrook, how are you, dude? Long time. How you been? All right. So where were we? All right. So I was going to go into Vandal Swarm, but that died. So let's do some Pirate Swarm, and we'll pick a couple of ships. Been too long, brother. Doing well. Looking forward to the con. Yeah, dude, I'm going. So I will see you there. If you see this little overweight, bald Aussie guy walking around going, "G'day, mate," you'll go, "That's jolly." So I'll be dressed up in my Citizen Con swag and my Star Citizen swag. So I'm looking forward. And again, this is the reason I go to these things, is to hang out and meet people. Like, you know, you guys been around forever. Everybody knows everybody. We're all, you know, we're all brothers from another mother, but we're all part of this, you know, the Star Citizen family. And that's the thing that brings us all together, which I think is brilliant. Hey, I remember us cornering JC and Laura and talking about, yeah, dogfighting. Yep, mate. Talk about how, and that's what, that was 29, that was 2018, the con in Austin. Jesus, I realize it's been such a long time since I've been to one. Yeah, 2018, 2948, far out, man. Anyways, there you go. See, everybody knows who everybody is. It's like Cheers, dude. It's the Star Citizen Cheers. Everyone goes in. It's like, "G'day, mate. How you going? Everything's cool in the world." And doesn't matter what we do, we all can talk about this game, either how shitty or how good it is, or shit we'd like to have involved in it. Anyways, let's talk about some of the new shit that I kind of like and some of the shit I hate in this new patch, right? I mean, Inner loves it, thinks it's a big change, and I agree. I definitely think it's a big step up. What I think CIG, and there's a lot of stuff that people are complaining about that they don't see anymore. I think number one, hey, where's the velocity indicator? Like, can you like, I'm gonna find myself doing like other streamers do. Can you pick where the velocity indicator is? I mean, I've zoomed in now, so you can't really miss it. It's a thing that's moving in the bottom left-hand corner. But I found out that you can go into the menus, and under configuration, there's this thing called IFCS extended info. You pop that up, and you go. There's another option here somewhere. Can't remember what the not proximity assist, but you can basically now have your velocity indicator where it used to be. So it's kind of cool. The new icons are kind of neat, but you have to get what I found is the MFD options now are absolutely insane. There's about 1 billion MFD options that you can cycle through to have specific MFDs on the screen. And once I worked it out and I got my, I don't know if you can see this. It might be a bit hard to see. Hang on, let me just go to this, go to that, and then go to sticks. There you go. Once you know, I found a very simple solution to this, which was, you can see it in the corner here, which was my Stream Deck XL, and I basically bound a shit ton of keys and presets to my Stream Deck XL to move between MFDs, you know, fix stuff up that I wanted to get on the screen. Now, power management's very different. So previously we had the sort of like, or in live, we've got a power triangle. Now we've got power bars, right? And it almost seems like a, you know, these power bar things here on the screen. Those power bars are also got a scroll bar that you can scroll around and manipulate stuff. It's not as easy as it used to be. And now you've got to do it with essentially presets. So if I want more shields, oh, hang on, let me configure. Well, let me configure my my MFDs first. Okay, so I bound. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot more difficult. So the power bars now have to be manipulated via your you know, F is my inner thought, and I've got to move things around. So none of these are connected anymore, like the power triangle is in the game, you know, in live. So before, if you wanted more power to shields, you'd switch over to shields, or more power to whatever. You could bind it to a single hat key and move within that, like 100% this, 100% that. Yeah, I mean, the power triangle was such an elegant idea. It was very, very simple. Oh, hang on. This guy's... The power triangle was such an elegant idea. And now it's gone. The graphics look awesome now. The new system looks good. The radar is a little bit better than it used to be. But there's no more managing power now. You either manage power by presets, and power now does not work the same as it used to, or it is in live. So if I add more power to a specific system, that system doesn't recharge any quicker. Frames look okay. Yeah, I mean, 60 frames, 70 frames, but look, dude, I'm running a 4090 and a 7800 X3D, right, on a 4K monitor. So, I mean, it's smooth as anything. It is butter smooth. I don't know why it's so dark at the moment. I think my screen's probably gone into like some sort of screensaver mode or something. You run Vulkan? No, I'm running DirectX at the moment still. I'm waiting for them to fully implement. I can try Vulkan if you want, see if that makes any difference. But DLSS, Oh, there you go. It just jumped up to like 80s and 90s. Vulkan hasn't been fully implemented yet. Yeah, it hasn't been fully implemented yet. So the whole multi-thread, multi-render shit, I don't think is in yet. But there's a lot of stuff. Clouds, oh dude, clouds look amazing. I mean, look at that stuff. Even that stuff there. That whole cloud tech thing there, that wasn't there in the last map. I couldn't remember it there. I mean, I can go in live and check, but it's definitely different. Now, the other things that are different as well is all these monitors now are selectable. So I can bind a key to those monitors or to those MFDs, and I can manipulate them with my Stream Deck. So if I want to click on something, I can click on it and go through and do it. It's pretty good. The other thing that's interesting is you don't see the name of the player. I mean, in Vandal Swarm you do, but in the PU, you don't see the name of a player until you scan them. And when I scan them, like I'm clicking on the scanning, you'll see down in the bottom here, it appears on the bottom of the screen. So scanning is definitely a gameplay option now. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know, but you know, definitely they've made the game look visually. The game is stunning now, and I'll take you to a when I jump into the PU, I'll take you down to like Microtech or something, and you can have a look at the cloud tech. It looks amazing. So you can shoot forever now, right? You got lots of bullets. And it does look great. Screenshot Citizen. Yeah, look, it absolutely does. I mean, but practically speaking, this is where your afterburner is now. So if I push my afterburner button, that's where your afterburner is now. You can see it moving along on the screen there. Your decoys and your noise are in the corner, so it's very hard to see. The jet flyby audio is a bit overcooked still. Yeah. Yeah, so there's stuff that's good and there's stuff that's crap still. I mean, the radar looks good, but the problem is, as soon as you jump into the sun, and this is fairly new. Previously, you couldn't see the HUD at all. So they've done a little glow around it, so you can still see some of the HUD elements. But it would get very difficult to see stuff in full brightness. Oh, also, they have something now called, now for the guys who haven't been around for a while, they have precision mode. My fire rate is a lot less, but I've got a zoom. So all little kind of, it feels very, it feels a bit gimmicky, like, you know, Xboxy or, you know, stuff like that. Still fun, but definitely not, it's not what it used to be. And they've slowed down everything. So everything's slower now. It's, yeah, that's a way of putting it. It's console-y. I don't play consoles, but yeah, this is what I'd imagine a console would look like. All right, and the game's crashed again. Lovely. All right, let's hit the so this build is a lot less stable than what the build that came out yesterday. Yesterday's build was way better. This one seems a little bit more. Anyways, let's jump into the PU and we'll pick a couple of different ships. There's a couple of really good examples of ships that work well with the new HUD, and there's a lot of examples of stuff where the ships don't work so well with the new sort of MFD and HUD. We'll take a couple of ships out and have a play around. I don't have a Cutlass anymore, which I was kind of surprised. I thought it still had one. But CIG's definitely gone and taken what was in Squadron 42, which is very pretty, very graphically rich, and brought it across to this, and hasn't given a lot of thought to who is going to use it. Like the different, they have this thing called archetypes now. There should almost be an archetype for the consoles or the MFDs. I mean, one good thing is they changed the colors of the MFDs, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to optimize my shaders now. They changed the colors of the MFDs, so different manufacturers have different colors and slightly different styles. It doesn't look like they've completed that work yet. There's, like, I've been watching other people's videos and stuff, and Twitch streams, and it looks like some have and some haven't, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Come on, you're optimizing. Oh, it's crashed again. Nice. But CIG is definitely leaning heavily, and this is not unusual. This is exactly how they worked before. They're definitely on the visuals of the game. Everything is largely from visuals point of view, and I'd almost argue that the previous or the live MFDs are probably, they're not as pretty, but they're probably more functional. I wish they could have found a balance between, instead of going fully to the, it looks amazing, to giving some thought to the use cases that these things would be in. I mean, they definitely, I can tell where their head's at, and that's not for single-seater fighters. It's more for multi-crew now, which is the way this game is going. So you need an engineer, you need this, you need that, you need a heap of stuff that's different. Okay, now another thing that's kind of cool and different is this BioCorp, the reconstruction stuff for your facial gear. Now let me just pop up my profile. Okay, that's me. I'm old, right? I don't know if that's my head. Probably got more hair than I've got, but you can do all sorts of shit now, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, the hair types are off the scale. Like they've just added about 1,000 different hair types. Like, 1,000, not like, this is me with an afro, hey, why not? They've got about a gazillion different things. I mean, that's definitely me, right? So this is, this one for sure. Look at that. They got Vulcan hairstyles. Man, they got everything in this game now. It literally looks like they went to town. Like, look at this. Looks like something out of the TV series Vikings now. Oh, and my little love heart kind of thing going on there. You can do a shit ton of stuff that you couldn't do before. Now they've also got you can obviously do facial hair, which is kind of cool. That makes me look 20 years younger. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Look at that. What else can you do? Styling is completely new, right? Tattoos now are a thing. I was kind of surprised, but look at this. Kind of looks cool, right? Like, Buster the Destroyer is gonna have a field day with this. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Buster the film, artisty or makeup artisty thing. She's gonna love this stuff. Like, you could just spend hours designing a character. I don't know what this is. This kind of looks cool. It almost looks like a Redeemer or some sort of a ship here. Oh, you can also age your tattoos as well. Like, what the fuck, right? Like, I know that they're trying to keep up with all the sort of latest and greatest in other games, but the idea that you can now do this kind of shit, to me, is just... Oh, look at this. It looks like a sort of... It's sandworm and alien, you know, succubus kind of thing popping out of my head. I don't know. I'm just trying to think which one I want to keep, if I'm going to keep any of them. I kind of like that. That's the, is that a copium? I actually kind of like this one. Very tribal. Oh, and then you can put piercings, right? Like, hey, if that's not bad enough, I want to stick something in my mouth. Right ear, left ear, eyebrow piercings. Like, I mean, like you say, Buster's going to go absolutely mental with this kind of stuff. So let me just save this. I look like Chakotay from bloody Deep Space Nine. All right, so let's go to New Babbage and get a sense of some of the new things that you can play around with now. The cloud tech is pretty... I've always been the type to hit random a few times. Actually, I should have done that. Should have gone back and done random and see what it was. You know, I'm old. I kind of projecting what I think I was hoping I could look like at this age. You know, the whole Chakotay from Deep Space Nine kind of rocks it for me. Probably need a bit more facial hair, like the stubble. They haven't got that worked out yet, but yeah, I'll shave it all off before I get to CitizenCon and be this sleek Chakotay looking character when I meet you guys. So frame rates have the frame rates have improved. The last patch, the frame rates were pretty atrocious. At some places, it was rendering the entire, like for a space station, it was rendering every turret. Voyager, that's it, Voyager. I thought it was Deep Space Nine. Oh no, Voyager. Voyager's Chakotay. That's it, you're right. He was the marquee guy, right? Or became #1 for Janeway. Actually, I've got to watch that again. I'm gonna watch it again. I think Voyager was one of my favorite Star Trek series. Yeah, this feels pretty good. It's like 56 frames, 4K. It feels pretty good. I mean, for folks who haven't played again, you don't have inventory anymore, right? So OM, if you haven't played again, there's no inventory. You've now got all these little inventory kiosks that you have to go to. So anything you buy locally, you have to go and pick from your inventory locker, and it stays persistent in your location. So with all the new hanger tech and stuff that's going on, persistent hangers, unless you're carrying a backpack, it's the only inventory you'll have. It took me a while to get my head around it.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Hello? How's that work? Okay. I just got run over by a train. Nice. Well, it's not a good start. The train shit itself. I thought it was just out of sync, but apparently not. Okay, well, forget Chakotay now. Tonight's build is broke. Yeah, it feels kind of a bit, a little bit broke-ass to me. I actually thought they fixed this. There was something in the patch notes that they said that I was under the impression that they fixed. Maybe not. I'm running around in my gown. All right, let's throw on some clothes. Yeah, looks pretty good. All right, beautiful. I'll place my Pico in the middle of my hangar. Oh, now it's working. I don't know what just happened then. I'll put him on the chair. Me and Pico can sit down here. Relax. Alright, well I got on the I like that. That's new. So that says human. So that's like, hey, he's a player. Okay. That's new. We'll take Pico out and drop him in space. We'll christen. But you don't know who it is. Yeah, correct. So, I mean, you don't get a player marker anymore. And when you're in the PU, you also don't get a player marker. So even in Arena Commander, if I'm playing against real players, I don't see those player names. So I'll show you anyways when we get into the only way I found, God, I run faster with Pico than, oh, I took damage. Alright, well, I'll leave him. So yeah, you don't see your player markers anymore, so I can't tell who's attacking me anymore until I scan them. And then sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it pops up with the player marker. I'll show you what I mean anyways when we go into space. Okay. That's something you don't see every day. Maybe this is a player... maybe it's a display for CitizenCon that hasn't been shipped yet. All right, I need to go get a tractor gun, because tractor guns have changed as well. So these little tractor, what are they called again? Where is it? Have I got one in here? Okay. Anyways, let me go in there. I can't put a backpack on. I need to put armor on. Okay, anyways. We'll work it out. Whoa. Frame drop.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right. We'll take we'll deliver. We'll stick with the Saber for now.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the...
Okay, I like the idea now that you've got your own personal hangar. Right, that's kind of cool. The problem that you run into now is scalability. When you've got hundreds of players, I think this came up in the server meshing test. When they had a lot of players, people were queuing up for quite a long time to get out of a hangar or even get a hangar. So I don't know how CIG is going to get around this, but they're going to have to open up some new areas or something. Okay. Okay, so this is this console now, right? Looks pretty cool. We'll go outside. We'll have a fly around. We'll target a couple of players, and you'll see what I mean when you can't. All right, let me just configure my bits and pieces. Yeah, everything's configured. Now I'm gonna go down. There's so many things you have to do now. Okay, and okay, now my ship's bugged as well, so toggle power. Alright, now I've got all the ship power I need, so I've got all systems there. Good. I will call ATC. I haven't taken this ship out in absolutely yonks. The Saber's a thing of beauty. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. So it's nighttime now. So we need to get on the light side of the planet so we can see some of the new cloud tech. Let's go. All right, so to go into quantum now, your quantum marker, sure, it shows up on the screen here, but there's this little flashing thing in the bottom left-hand corner that is now what's showing you. The other thing I found that's really interesting is you now by default don't get your full quantum speed. You actually have to bind a key and scroll to get to your full quantum speed, or your cruise speed, whatever you want to call it. I haven't worked out how to get around it yet. Oh, and all the icons have changed. Everything's changed from an iconography point of view. So comma rays look like this. OMs look like that. Depots look like this. There's all sorts of things now that's completely different to what was in the game in live right now. I think that's the good. I think that's some of the really cool stuff that CIG has done recently. Okay, we'll head to actually we'll go across to Port Tressler. We'll probably find some more players there. Now I don't know what this beeping sound is. Alright, we'll head towards this thing. Actually, are there any players? Let's go to Port Tressler first. And then we can see if there's any players. And then you'll see what I mean when it comes to... when you die and respawn, you get a beeping and you can't make it go away. Yeah, there you go. Oh, this is new then. This wasn't working yesterday. I couldn't see the name of players, but I still can't. If I look at my target status, I can't see who the player is, but I can see them here. Their names. So I don't know there's a disconnect somewhere between this and this, and the only way I can fix that is if I go scan, and I do a scan now. Okay, this is now the frame rates start to drop. But this is that's the serious code of the. Well, that's the... We're going to find a player now. Okay, that looks like a player, I think. No, not a player. Not a player. There's too much visual clutter, I guess, is what I'm trying to... Well, again, I mean, the ship registration code, yeah, that might be the case, but everything's got a registration code connected to it now. I can't tell what's a ship. All right, let me try target a couple of players. We did see players just before, didn't we? Like, there were names of players. There you go. There's somebody there. Okay, so this is a rego code of a player, and now I've got to scan them. No name. So if I look here, there's no player name or player details. So I've got his rego codes, I can see parts, I can see cargo, I can see all these kind of cool things, but what I can't see is who that player is straight away. Which I think is kind of silly. Now, I don't know if there's somebody there or there's nobody in there. Oh, the other thing too is, notice how my pip has disappeared. That triangle is now gone black. It might be abandoned. Let's see if I can find anything else. Can't see anything else. Anyways, look, let's go to the other side of the system of this planet. See if we can find another OM. We'll come back. New cloud tech. What do you think? Do you think it looks better? I'm going to head down towards... Let's find a... Actually, let's find a... Too bad. So clouds now have real volume to them, which I think is pretty damn good. So they've definitely... And I don't see a huge hit to my frame rate, to be honest.
Landing gear deployed. Landing gear retracted.
Yeah, basically super fluffy now. Could you imagine now seeing something coming out of the clouds? That would be kind of cool, right? So this is very, very, very visually stunning. still don't like the blockiness. Like on his corners there, they've got all this kind of weird artifacting, which I hope they get sorted out. Kind of the ice looks a bit weird. No. You don't, oh, I think the game just crashed again.
Launch complete. Landing complete.
Okay, turn power off. Server error. Okay, let's see if it recovers. Modules breaking left and right. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's still a bit of a way to go. This patch is less stable than yesterday's patch. Yesterday's patch, I played for hours and I never had any problems. Today, not so good. Anyways, let's see if the server recovery works. But this patch lays the groundwork for the resource network. So the resource network has been introduced but not fully deployed. So you might find engineering stations in places. I think there's fire extinguishers and stuff around the place. I'll get back to this station and we can bring out another ship and have a look at some of the engineering consoles. But a lot of the piping for the for this sort of engineering play, I don't know if it definitely comes in 4.0. I think this patch is built on 4.0 tech, so the back-end code that runs this is 4.0, but it's not including the meshing tech as I understand it. So I think their idea is we'll test 4.0 here and now in this patch, get some of the bugs out, and then when we deploy 4.0, we've got less of a hassle. It's a good way of thinking, I guess. Okay, we've still got server recovery. We'll give it another minute or so. All right, we're back.
Systems offline.
Okay. I don't know why I couldn't get out. Okay, I can't get out. I can't cycle anything. Another server crash, maybe? Okay, toggle power.
Aegis combat assist activated.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Let's see if we can get out. No, can't get out. Kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. All right, let's get out of Atmo. And we'll head back to the station, Port Tressler.
Initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Now, hopefully we can get out of the ship again. Oh, here's a player. Okay, so I see a player now. Now I'm going to scan him. Okay. No target information. He's literally sitting there. Now, is there a player in there? I don't know. Anyways, interesting. The other thing that takes a little bit of getting used to is the idea that your screens change every time you switch modes now.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay. Where's my landing bay? I need to see it. It'll be here somewhere. I did see it pop up for a second and then I lost it. Where is it? Where is it? It's probably sitting here somewhere or directly underneath me. There's too much visual at the moment. There's too much visual clutter, and it makes it hard to find stuff. Let me hit the button again. Okay, I think it's here somewhere, but where? I don't know. And the frame rates are atrocious. I mean, I'm sure CIG knows what's going on. They're just not doing a very good, you know, I think the focus... Oh, here we go. I can see it there now. Holy shit. I don't know if you can see it, but that's where I am. And my frame rate's 25. I see it now. It's just...
Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
Right. They gave my landing spot to another customer. Okay.
Systems offline.
Now, I didn't take that long. Okay. Let me stow this ship. We'll pull something else out.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Oh, now I have to claim the saber. How funny is that? Am I in somebody else's? Yeah, rip the frames, eh? Let's pull out the vulture and try something different.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been granted fault-based visitors again.
I mean, here is fine. The frame rate's fine. But when you've got all those turrets showing up on the screen outside of the thing, it's basically shit. They'll fix it because live isn't like that. But it's basically crap the way it is right now. What the fuck just happened then? Bye. Hey, it's rip everything on this patch at the moment. Oh, now that's where it's supposed to be. Oh, beautiful. It's been delivered. What's the old saying? All's well that ends well, I guess. All right, let's see what the new HUD looks like for this thing. I don't know why the lights are on. I didn't turn them on. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you've got your velocity indicator here. Power management. I hate having to turn this thing on all the time, but this extended info, but it doesn't save. There is actually an option in game settings to have it on by default, but it doesn't save. So hopefully CIG gets it sorted out.
You are clear to launch.
So I think this is one of the better MFD implementations that they've done. It looks nice and it works well with the aesthetic of the ship. The sort of, you know, orangey kind of color to me is really cool. All right, so I got no power again. Okay. Now all my power systems are good. And the thing is, this works well with head tracking, right? So if I need to look down or I need to do something, but not everybody's got head tracking. So the idea that you need to play this thing now with head tracking to me is just insane.
Thank you, and please visit again.
The simplicity of the velocity indicator here is really cool. Like it changes the color so you can see everything you need to see. Ugh. Frames. Or Toby, right? I mean, they're in leagues with Toby at the moment, aren't they? All right, let's head to this. Okay, so I don't know if I've got enough, right? It says, so my quantum fuel and stuff is in the sort of corner, but it's not obvious to me whether I can get there or not. All right, I was gonna go retop up my drink. I'll be back in a sec. All right. Try a bit of salvage. Oh, while we're out and about. So yeah, the visuals of this new HUD or MFD system is really good. In some ships, the implementation's amazing. Like, see how they put a little orange background here? And they changed the color so it's very obvious. It works really well for this ship, right? Everything sort of pops up nicely. I can tell where my quantum fuel is, things along those lines. I've got velocity indicators where I need them. Everything just seems to be in the right spot. The menus are good. Now I can configure them. Actually, good question. Does it all go away if my helmet comes off? Let's find out. Oh, something else too. Hello? Helmet. Down. Is there a keybind for... Alright. Alright, good. So we can put that down now. I thought there was a keybind to remove your helmet, but... Let's see what we've got. It's actually a really good question. Oh. So guess what's missing? There's no casting now. Looks like my radar's fucked up as well. My radar's different, which is kind of weird. But let's go put my helmet back on. Yeah, that's a bot. Bye-bye, bot. Okay, so casting is back. So casting is helmet based, and my radar seems to be still fucked up a bit. So anything that you cast will end up is casting to your helmet. The rest of the stuff seems to be linked to your Oh, we're going a long way for nothing, I think, at the moment. So let me just toggle power. I want to do maybe head off to yellow or something and see if we we'll do a salvage job. F2. And I still got this bloody clicking sound in my head. Why do I have to go through Stanton to do it? It's a long way. You'd think you'd just go this way, wouldn't you? But no. CIG want me to go the long way. Okay, what happened? I think I can start. I don't know why I'm not, why am I not spooling up my quantum drive? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Could be cooldown. I just don't know where the cooldown is. I can't see it. Okay. It's kind of strange, actually. I was heading to Stanton. I don't think I was going... I'm not quantuming to the sun. Is it trying to quantum me to the sun? Oh, it is too. I'm not setting the route. But, like... I'm not doing the route setting. I mean, is this a new thing that CIG has dreamt up? When would you ever... Looks to be bouncing. Yeah, look, it's literally bouncing off the sun. When has it ever been okay to bounce off a sun? I don't think we ever did. I've never had this in the game before. Maybe I'll cycle the power on the ship again. Get out of the chair. I haven't had to do this in like 1,000 years. Okay. Back in again. Oh, and g'day Pax, how you going? Sorry, I didn't see you there, dude. There's no way to route to the sun. That's the thing that's crazy about this, is you never normally have the ability to route to the sun. Let's turn the power back on. Oh, this looks different. This actually looks different now. Is this another bot? Okay. Now I've got no power again, so I've got to cycle power again. You notice I've got no engine power? Yeah, I've got no forward and reverse momentum. We have no power. Life support is off. We have no power. This is a bug I've seen a few times before, but I didn't think we had this issue. All right, let me log back out, log back in again, and we'll see what's going on. But the MFDs are cool, but a lot of the problems we've still got in this game are still the same ones we've got in what's its name, in 324 right now. Like that bug with the power supply, the systems, when you power up on a pad, or you power up for the first time, sometimes the power supply will not engage, and you will have to recycle your power, recycle power to get it to work, and it's still the same thing. But I've never had that routing via the sun before. That's something new. Let's see. All right, well, this is a quick way to get back to Port Tressler, I guess. Pick another ship. Try something different. We've seen the Drake interface. We've seen the... I wonder what the... let's pick a ship, eh? Hawk Terrapin, Alpha Buccaneer, Corsair Vulture, Talon, Freelancer Max, Mirai, Pulse. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that many ships. Let's do the Vanguard. Do a couple of we'll do a couple of bounty missions or something in the things and see what that looks like. But yeah, lots of new stuff. Lots of new problems that the new MFDs create. And very different way of approaching pretty much combat or anything you do right now. I mean, at least from a single player point of view, when multi-crew, I think you're definitely going to have, you know, this new MFD system seems to be more linked to a multi-crew experience. I haven't seen half this stuff in these ships. Sit down, cat. Yeah, come here. Sit there. All right. All right, let's configure some of these. See, it doesn't stick. This one's a bit of a weird one. Cat, move. All right, see my engines again playing up. So you can tell I can't lift off now with the way the engines are set up. So I have to shut power down, recycle power again, and I've still got problems with my engines.
Systems green. Systems offline.
All right, now it's working. That's what I didn't do before. I didn't do flight ready before. I was just cycling power. All right, and I'm casting as well. All right, so let's take off. Now I know what happened last time. Look at the new clouds. Sexy.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Let's jump away from this crappy frame rate. All right, and let's find a mission and do a couple of little combat missions and see if there's anything sort of that sticks out. Bounty hunting. Oh, okay, so you can, the bounty evaluations are working again. So let's do one of those. Tube and processing facility. Okay, so let's go and have a look at this one and see where that takes us. Okay, well, all right. All right, that's working out good. I think I've got a gun. I don't usually get out of my spaceship, but I think I've got a gun.
Quantum travel complete.
So what do you guys think of the new HUD system or the new MFDs? Do you like them? Do you hate them? I mean, I know a couple of you guys like them. What about the rest of you guys that are sitting in the background there? Thoughts? A lot of people hate it. Well, not a lot. A vocal minority of the community hate them. I like the new icon. Everything is a work in progress, always. So yeah, look, I'm with you on that one. But I think CIG, this work in progress, is, I would say, fairly final. I don't know if they're going to go back and rework it too much more. There'll be a lot of visual tweak. There'll be a lot of little tweaks, and they've put drop shadows on these things recently. Okay, where did he go? Did I lose him? Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to land at the site itself. Actually, it didn't. Oh, hostile territory. Ooh, I'm going to have to be careful. It's probably going to be down here somewhere. Let's try and get down low. It's a new building block tech, so it should be a lot easier for them to make adjustments. Yeah, I hope so as well. I just don't think they're going to invest a shit more time in radically changing this. Oh, I didn't put my landing gear down. Ugh. I think what we have now is going to be fairly close to final. What we're really talking about is just the, the fixes. I don't suspect we're going to get a huge amount of difference in the way the HUD works. I think we're stuck with the, we're stuck with the HUD now. Come on. I mean, there's going to be tweaks around the edges. Will the new HUD change much? I suspect not. But like you guys said, there'll definitely be some... do I not have any bullets? I've only got 6 bullets. Okay. To do it with 6 bullets. I mean, look at this. This is kind of visually stunning, right? Like, there's no universe where you would look at this and you go, this is not amazing. Like, this is incredible. Like, my ship's parked over in the corner. My frame rate's actually pretty good. I'm like hitting 90s. So, pretty amazing stuff. I didn't think I was going to go and do this, but anyways, let's we'll collect some bullets as we or we'll collect some weapons as we go through this. How hard could it be, right? I'm the least prepared, and I've got no reloads. Oh, and also no what's his names. Is there a guy over there? That took about 10 seconds. Oh, God. Oh, that was quick. All right, well, I probably should have came a bit better prepared. No one's coming to get me. See my little face sitting there. Oh, fuck. Dude, I'm like shit at FPS. Back in you, Babbage again. What could go wrong? Anyways, I might actually play a bit of try a bit of Arena Commander. Let's see what that looks like. Hello. Next time I'll be a little more prepared than what I am now. All right, we can try a bit of Arena Commander and see what the see if there's anybody in free flight. See how different. Oh, lots of people. Wow. We could try Gladius.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Wait for someone to turn around. Come out. Oh, you're gonna shoot me now. Hello.
Shields under fire. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target. Friendly target.
Ouch. Hang on a sec, guys. Sorry about that. Phone rang. Oh, and then the game crashed. Lovely. Obviously, this patch needs a bit of extra work. I mean, given that I walked away from the screen for a couple of minutes and it crashed. Okay. A lot of little bugs going on here that I think need to be worked out. All right, just gonna go back into Arena Commander. Bit of free flight. Oh, and there's another bug in this thing. No menus now. No ability to go into free flight. I have to go into a different mode and then flick back into it to get it to work again. Right, now it will work. Oh, still offline. Alright, let's see what goes on. Oh, this is the new Good Doctor map.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
The old African savannah.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
So this is a new Arena Commander map called the Good Doctor. So FPS map. Yeah, it's kind of cool actually. Now you've got this sort of... You can run around the map. And if you're bored, you can just leave. I don't think any of the buildings are actually working. Oh, what's this? Okay, try this out. I haven't tried one of these.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Okay.
Systems off. Systems activating. Systems on.
All right, not so cool. Oh my god. Just hitting the accelerator is not always a good thing.
Aegis combat system activated. Systems green.
I don't know why the coolers don't like max out normally. I mean, this is kind of like a game of like you swap power between these modules, like you can distribute, and when this is 0 you've got no more power left to add to the system. When you've got okay. Sorry guys, my phone again. Alright, they hung up. Anyways, next time, sit down. Cat, sit, please.
Sniper fire. Engines destroyed. Weapon systems destroyed. Weapon systems destroyed. Self-destruct initiated.
Okay. Oh, and the game crashed again. Not gonna make any difference. The game crashed again. I've got a button bound to eject now. I've never used eject. Are you doing anything other than dying? Hey Jen, how are you? Yeah, doing a lot of dying. Oh, actually, I'm doing a bit of drinking as well. So, how you going, dude? I heard a story that you're going to CitizenCon pretty soon as well. You and is it you and Execute, or a couple of you guys are going to SitCon this year? Few Aussies going. Is that rumor true? All right, let's go do some. Yeah, I was going to, but had to cancel it, mate, due to work. Ah, shit. Okay. So I know that Execute was going. There's a few guys going. Yeah, I'm going. So there's a few Aussies that I'm aware of that are going from the sort of the Aussie contingent. So I've decided to arrange a bar citizen in Thailand. Oh, that seems like a cool place to have a bar citizen. I like Thailand. Whereabouts? Bangkok, I guess? Yeah, for sure. Mate, Bangers is fun. It's one of my old stomping grounds. So been going there for, God, on and off for over 20 years, I guess. 20 years? Yeah, 20 years I think was the first time I ever went to Bangkok. But yeah, love the place. Yeah, I haven't been so much lately. I haven't been traveling there much for work at all. I actually haven't been traveling into Asia much for work at all, but my wife is from there. Okay, well, my wife's a Filipino, so yeah, Philippines more than actually I think I went to Thailand more than I went to the Philippines, but definitely more of the same place, right? They both have their magic, I guess, for lack of a better word. Oh, okay. Did they just they took out a game mode? Hey, cat. Oh my God, move over there. Go sit over there. Go here. Sorry, my cat's just getting in the way. Literally sits in front of the screen. Now, I don't know if I can... There's another bug in this patch that if you're an arena commander and you sit, relax, sit, cat, take it easy, sleep. There you go. Beautiful. There's another bug here that I'm just... Oh, lucky it worked. Oh, no, it's offline now. Man, this patch is rough. It's fine when it's working, but... It's been a rough patch. So what do you think of the new MFDs, Jen? You like them or not? So I noticed in this patch, they changed the inner glow. There's now a glow and a drop shadow around everything to make it good. I don't mind them so far. I'm sure they will get an update again. I think we're kind of what's the word? I think we're locked in as far as updates go for a little while now. Hey, cat, move. Lie down. I think CIG has ported everything ready for, what do they call it? The resource network. And everything's been ported across from... All right, sorry, cat, you gotta move. From Squadron 42. So these MFDs are all Squadron 42 MFDs. Are they going to make wholesale changes? I'm betting no. I reckon this probably took, a few dudes a year to six months to a year to convert everything and get it working. Now this is kind of like just the little final tweaks, right? Most of the feedback that users have been complaining about has been largely around... has been largely about visibility and usability of the of these things. So I think we're stuck with what we've got. They'll try to improve the visibility of everything, but I don't think they're going to make wholesale changes. We're not going to be reverting back to 324.2 MFDs. I think we're looking at this plus some other sort of fine tuning. That's the...
All systems offline.
Oh my God. This is the extent of what CIG is going to do now. That's just my 2 cents. I could be completely wrong, but CIG takes forever to update anything in this game. Okay, and I've had to... Readability was huge, and these new MFDs and UI is much better than before. Yes and no. Like for me, there's certain things on these MFDs now that are way better, right? Like, but it depends on the lighting situation. There's some stuff that they've tucked away in corners that I don't like so much. But even like, just for your information, even in Evocardi, these things have doubled in size, these menu items. Like this sort of stuff here has changed quite a bit. So they've definitely done work on this stuff. And, you know, I'm happy with them. Like for me, I can get used to them. A lot of people are just will not move from the new thing. The other thing too is, this is another thing that people don't realize. You know these visual HUD items here in the corner? Like this casting? This is stuff we had back in, I don't know, the 2.x days or the 3.x days. I was actually looking for a video. Let me try find. I was trying to find a video. I was trying to find a video my YouTube, some old YouTube videos that I recorded, and I didn't realize that the HUD is basically just a repeat. Now, this video is over. This was done in 2018. This video. Now, I don't know how good the quality is. Yeah, it's only 720p. But if you look at this video, a lot of the HUD elements that we have today in the new HUD is shit we had then. Now, the casting, great example. The radar systems were really clear back then. I mean, a lot of this stuff has got visual polish, but this is stuff going back 6 years. So CIG hasn't really invented anything new. What they've done is they've basically gone back and looked at stuff that they thought worked well. I mean, this is, I don't know if it's a 3.0 or 2.6 something, right? Like I can go back even, I don't think I can go back any further. I don't think I've got anything that goes back that, yeah, kind of bought stuff back again. What's this one? This is 2020.
So, as soon as you hit somebody,
This is a weird one, but 2020 they were casting. Right, so helmet casting was working. It wasn't as good.
Negative score apparently. I'm somehow doing.
But, you know, hey, they've bought shit back. What else? This is another one. This is 2019. In an arrow. The systems were fairly, very comparable, right? You could put different stuff on your menus up there, and things worked really well. So, yes, they're doing stuff differently.
Okay.
But it's a lot of stuff that we had previously. And even a lot of the menu systems, the power systems, you could actually slide menu powers across. So this resource network, while it's cool, is not really a radical change from what CIG was doing in the past. They're just going back and revisiting stuff they've done previously. Let's see if there's anybody else playing. If there's anybody else playing in Arena Commander Online, that would be fun. Just to close out the stream. I've been going for a couple of hours. I usually don't last much longer than a couple of hours. Okay, this is another thing that's broken. If you crash out for any reason and you try to get back into this Arena Commander map, you've got to wait until the map recycles before you get back in. I haven't found a way. There's no menus. I haven't found a way to get back into this game. Anyways, given where we are now, and I've done a couple of hours. I think I'm going to call it. So, guys, thank you very much. Inner Hype, Jen, OM, Orange, Guys, thank you very much for popping in and saying hi. Mate, I am super keen to see whoever turns up to CitizenCon. It's going to be fun. And Westbrook, of course. Mate, can't wait to see you guys at CitizenCon. Should be fun. Come up and say hi. You know, you'll see the little fat guy decked out in Star Citizen gear with a funny accent. That's me. No worries of the rest of the day. I would have so loved to have gone. Yeah, dude, I mean, I missed out last year and I was pissed off because a lot of my friends in the org I'm currently hanging out in, or my org guys, went and I didn't get a chance to hang out with them. So the fact that I'm going this year was a little consolation prize. Unfortunately, last year would have been awesome, but I think this year's the year to go just for the announcements. I reckon Squadron 42, big announcement there for sure. Maybe some stuff for 1.0, who knows. But yeah, should be fun. Anyways, I'm going to probably try and stream some of it as well. I've got a data plan, like an unlimited data plan, and I'll probably just walk around and, you know, stream some of this stuff as I go along. So who knows, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Anyways, guys, take it easy. 07, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you guys later.